So today I'm going to show you guys how to make the Mandalorian blaster pistol. And because this thing is almost entirely cardboard, it's really cheap and easy to make. So start by tracing the blaster base onto a piece of cardboard. I do have a free template for this in my patterns vault, and the link to that should be popping up on your screen right about now. Once you've got it all traced out, you want to cut that piece out of cardboard with scissors or utility knife. You want to cut 4 of those, and then just glue all 4 of those pieces together so that way you'll have a nice thick blaster base. And so then take some plain paper, and you're just going to put some glue over the corrugated parts of the cardboard, and then put the paper over that to cover it up. Go all the way around the blaster, the inside and out. And then take a pair of scissors and just trim the paper so it's the same width as the cardboard blaster. Then I had a dowel left over, so that's what I used, but you could also just roll up a piece of cardstock into a tube if you don't have a dowel. So then just glue your dowel or your cardboard tube on the top of the blaster. Take another piece of cardstock, put a little hot glue on the end of the dowel, and wrap that little piece of cardstock all the way around it, making sure that the end is wider than the dowel. Put a little glue on the edge to seal it, and then cut off the excess. And then trim the edge of it so that it's flat all the way around. And take 2 small pieces of craft foam. You can also use cardboard if you don't have craft foam. And those will get wrapped around the end of the piece of cardstock you just put on. And so then I cut a tiny little piece out of craft foam. You can also cut it out of cardboard. And that will just go on to the very end of the blaster. And then this is another piece in the pattern. So you can cut this out of craft foam like I did, or use cardboard, but it had to be flexible. And that goes on top of the blaster. Just glue that in place. Then take a strip of cardstock and just fold it into little accordion-shaped pieces. Just like that. Put a little bit of glue on the top of the blaster and stick the accordion piece right there. Then just trim the edges of the accordion piece so they're the same width as the rest of the blaster. So then I cut 2 little ovals out of some more cardboard, very thin cardboard. You just want to glue one onto each side of the blaster. Then I took an assortment of various buttons and snaps, different beads, glued those in little places on the blaster to mimic the little details all over the blaster. Believe it or not, the snaps actually work really well for this in certain places. And one right on the top there. And then you want to coat all the paper and cardboard in a couple coats of Elmer's glue. Once it's dry, paint it all black. So then take a twist tie and just wrap it around the end of a pencil. Make tiny little swirls, and then just stretch out the swirls. So you got a little twisted end there. Paint the entire thing metallic gold. And then just glue one of those onto each side of the blaster, with the twisted side toward the trigger, just like that. And then paint the little ovals metallic gold, and paint some of the buttons metallic silver, a little bit of silver across the bottom, and then silver up the very end of the blaster, but stop when you get to that little piece that you glued on the top there. So you do this 2 round pieces in the beginning part of the blaster. So I took some wood grain duct tape, and you don't have to use this, you can just paint the handle brown, but I had some of this left over from another project, so I thought it looked kind of cool. Put it on the handle and trimmed it off. So here's the blaster. Now let's take it for a spin. I've always wanted to do that.